Hi, it's Miss Sandhya. Today I'm talking about mean, median, range, minimum, and maximum. Later, I'm planning to count the populations of crow in tail line transit. Let us consider. In first line transit, I observed 5 crow population. Similarly, in second line transit, I observed 2. In third, I observed 10. In fourth, I observed none of the crow population. In fifth, I observed 9. Sixth, I observed 8 crows. In seventh, I observed 2. In eighth, I observed 1. In ninth, I observed none. And in 10th, I observed non-crow populations. Of this data, I like to calculate mean, median, range, minimum, and maximum. For this, let's open R Studio. All these observations are saved in one variable. Let us consider the variable be x. You can use any of the variable. After x, you need to use equals to sign. For equals to, type small sign and minus. This means equals to sign. Then there are many line transit used in the field survey, so you need to bind all these data. For binding, you need to use C. C means binding, and use bracket, small bracket. In first line transit, I see 5 crow populations, so type 5. In second line transit, I observe 2. That means you need to type 2, that is separated by comma, that means 5, comma 2. Similarly, in third line transit, I observe 10, comma 10. In fourth, comma 0, and so on. That means in fifth, comma 9, comma 8, comma 2, comma 1. For 8th line transit, 0 for 9th line transit, and 0 crow populations for 9th line transit. After this, you need to run the results. There are 2 methods for running. Either you can press run, or you can simply use control enter. Then the results can be seen in the console, and the listing can be seen in the environmental history. After this, I need to calculate, or I am going to calculate mean. For this, you need to understand the short key. For mean, the short key is simply mean, 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 bracket. You are going to calculate the mean for x, because all the data are saved in x, so you need to write simply mean, small bracket, x. Then go outside. You can simply press run, or you can simply press control enter for the run. Now the answer is 3.7 that appears in console. Now I'm also going to calculate median. For the median, short key is MEDIN, median. And I'm going to calculate median for the x variable, because all the data are saved in x. So write median, small bracket, inside the small bracket write x, simply then run it, or press control enter. Answer is 2 that appears in console. Similarly, for the range, type RANGE range, small bracket x, run it. The range is 0, 10. 0 means minimum and 10 means maximum. Here the minimum number is 0 and maximum number is 10. Or you can use minimum, you can calculate minimum. For this, the short key is min, min, min. Small bracket x, control enter or simply run it. Minimum number is 0. Then calculate maximum, short key is max, max. For the x, simply run it or type control enter. The maximum number is 10. Okay, sometimes you have no data, you have not brings the data from the field, but like to work on the R and like to calculate mean, median, range, minimum and maximum. Then I'll provide the data for you. You can, for this you have to type data, 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 and all this data are available in the form X, your passengers, the skills, BOD. You can type any one of them and practice mean, median, range, minimum and maximum. Okay, now for example, today I'm going to take an example of BOD, capital BOD, then run it. The data is not visible. For this, you need to type just BOD, then control enter. The data comes in the console. There are two data, time, demand. Okay, let us consider I like to calculate mean, median, range, minimum and maximum of demand. Then simply type MEAN, mean. The demand is from the data frame BOD, that's why type BOD. I like to extract only demand data from BOD, that's why for extractions type $. That means extractions. I like to extract the data only demand data from BOD, that's why for the extractions type $. Then I like to extract the data of demand, that's why type DEMAND, demand. Then simply run it or type control enter. The mean comes in the console. Similarly, median also can be calculated. The same process, MEDIAN, median. Then extract the data demand from the BOD, that's why type BOD, use $, DEMAND, demand. Then control enter or run it. Similarly, range also can be calculated. Range, RANG, range. Then small bracket, extract the data from BOD, that's why type BOD. For extractions use $, then type DEMAND, demand. Because I am only using the data demand, not the time, that's why I am using $. Run it or simply control enter. Then range appears in the console 8.3, that means minimum, and maximum is 19.8. Or simple, I like to calculate minimum, then use short key min, min. Extract the data demand from BOD, that's why I type BOD. Then for extraction use $. I like to extract demand, that's why I am typing DEMAND, demand. Run it. Minimum is 8.3. For maximum type MAX, max. Type BOD for extractions using $. Extract the data demand, DEMAND, demand. Simply run it. Now the maximum is 19.8. This is how I calculate mean, median, range, minimum and maximum. Hope you understand this, and please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more.